The slump in the reputation of Hindi film industry has been the major talking point in the country since last 1 year. It is accelerated by the boycott trends which target the prevalence of promotion of family members and the culture of frequently remaking movies from the south. Amidst the brouhaha over content in movies, the issue that has not received half as attention as it should have is the abysmal state of music in the country. For a country whose culture stands testament to some of the greatest tunes to have ever been created, it is a matter of shame that its biggest movie industry is relying on consistently below average songs, often in the form of cringe-worthy remakes of the yesteryear's chartbusters. How, when, and why did this happen? Let us try to find out by the end of this video. Majority of the criticism received by the artists is for churning similar content day in and day out, adding to the mediocrity of the commercial music industry at various levels. Before getting into the nitty-gritties of the same, let us try and understand how different was the period preceding the current state of commercial music in India. This comparison in no way is an extension of the cliched debate of how the songs decades ago were more meaningful. Quality and quantity rarely coexist in an artistic field. Especially in the media, which requires the art to be showcased to more than a billion people, quantity usually overtakes quality, and this phenomenon is rewarded by huge returns. The music, commercial and otherwise, created by the bands in the 90s and early 2000s had the backing of the studios in the truest form. The likes of Falguni Phatak, Lucky Ali, Tochi Raina and Adnan Sami had created a near-perfect ground with a balance of both forms of music. There was a huge chunk of population which desperately awaited the release of their songs. In the beginning of the 21st century, these flag bearers proved how quality could effectively triumph over quantity even in a relatively internet-free age. Cut to the current times wherein the quality of the songs is not gauged by the relevance, meaning and symbolism or even the original nature of the song, but by the number of views the song has on YouTube. The current state of music in India, especially in its commercial nature, was perfectly summarized by Javed Akhtar. In a strongly worded statement, the maverick writer and lyricist talked about the sheer unawareness amongst the current generations of composers, music labels and singers with the fundamentals of music in India, like poetry, folk and classical music. Adding to that, he also said that the songs in movies do not carry emotions, hinting at the sole commercial purposes behind the music making process in the film industry. Amit Trivedi, a well-known music composer, talked about the wild nature of music in Hindi movies and stated that one of the more appropriate reasons behind making songs is not to cater to the artistic capabilities, but to use the songs as a promotional event for a movie. In the day and age of social media, the attention span of the younger lot, which also happens to be the most important demographic for the cinema, has decreased by a considerable amount. Besides, it is common knowledge that social media is the greatest tool for the production companies to market their movies. This has led to the creation of music for the sake of catering to the audiences, consuming content via social media and not because it fits well in the narrative or has meaning. This trend started with the emergence of lip sync applications like TikTok and has now been replaced by the Reels feature on Instagram. The debate here is not on the morality over the promotional strategy of a particular film, but the frequency of it. It has reached to a level wherein such trends are not even a one-off anymore. The role of the influencer culture and the promotion of the same by applications such as Instagram and Facebook is also considered to be a reason for the same. However, the responsibility for the deterioration of commercial music in India can't solely lie on the apps but on the music labels and the composers in the country. The reliance, or dare I say over-reliance on views gained through different social media platforms will have an end date. Besides, the trend of Hindi music being used in reels will also gradually slow down considering the ever-changing nature of the internet. And that will potentially make the current music industry potentially irrelevant in case the approach does not change soon. Thus, it is high time, not just for the music industry but the film industry as a whole, to smell the tea and take crucial steps to address the matter.